Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a first impressions on a new foundation from The Ordinary. This guy right here. I had ordered two. So I got the coverage foundation, which I'm talking about today, and then the serum one, but that one has not come yet. This foundation took forever and a day to get to me. I ordered this back in April. Wayne Goss talked about it. Obviously, I knew it was going to be a thing, so I decided I needed to order both of the foundations and see what they were all about. Now, they got way too many orders, and it took way too long to get to me. I wish that I had gotten some kind of email or something. I don't follow them on social media or anything else. If they posted about it, I didn't know, but I wish I had gotten some kind of email because I was like, where is my foundation? I didn't know what was going on until recently when I was looking at other reviews and stuff. Normally I don't do that, but when it takes this long, I got impatient. And so that's when I found out that it was just overselling of the product. Like people just wanted it, which I don't blame them. It is $6.90 US. Like, of course you're gonna try this. So here is what the bottle looks like. And like I just said, $6.90 US, and you do get a full ounce. This looks tiny, especially when you put it up against like the double wear. I don't know, it just looks tiny to me, but it is, according to this, a full ounce of product. So I'm gonna go to the site and tell you a few claims about this because I can't remember this many things. There's so much to talk about with this foundation. So I'm gonna refer to my phone. All right, there's 21 shades, which is great. They're divided into 3 different categories, 1 for fair to lighter tones, 2 for medium, and 3 for darker tones, and then classified further by a second digit from 0 to 3 to indicate depth within each category. Then there is a letter placed beside that to indicate whether it is a yellow base or a reddish pink. So red, R would be for the deeper tones, P would be for the lighter tones, still indicating pink, and then yellow for, Y for yellow. Oh my god, I hate talking, I can't. Even further past that, 3 of the shades have a letter beside it with either S for silver highlights or G for golden highlights. That is a lot, but surely you can find a shade that works for you. This foundation is alcohol-free, oil-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, and cruelty-free. Supposed to have a full coverage finish. I do say this is full coverage, but what I don't agree with is that it is a semi-matte. I don't agree with that at all. I find it to be very luminous. If you're oily, I don't know that you're gonna like this at all. I personally feel that I'm gonna get oily with it, and mainly because it does have silicone in it. A lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times if a foundation has silicone or a primer, if a primer has a ton of silicone in it, it's just gonna slide off my face. I am oily in the T-zone and normal to dry everywhere else, just depending on the season. Right now, my skin is in tip-top shape. If anything was going to work for me, it should be today because I'm having good skin right now. Okay, the shade that I personally got, now keep in mind, I got this foundation back in the, before I got a tan, and I go from 0 to 100 really quickly. This foundation color matches me perfectly right now, as in my face. If I were to have my arm, do you see this? Do you see this? My chest, because it's covered in tattoos, a lot of time I can just bronze up my neck a little bit in my face, but this is going to be more of my winter shade, not my summer shade, and that's one of the most frustrating things for me because if I had gotten this whenever I ordered it, it would have matched better, but on the bright side, it did oxidize. Bright side only because I needed it to be a little bit darker, but if you are worried about oxidation, it does oxidize, at least a full shade. I'm gonna show you guys a swatch on my hand when I do it right away and then minutes later and show you how it oxidizes. All right, before I go into the demo, make sure that you shake this guy up. You definitely want to make sure everything is mixed in there. It says that you can take it in your hands and go from the center of your face outward. I'm not about the hand on my face life, so I used a blender and a brush. And you'll see which side I liked better whenever we get into that. And just so you guys are aware, I do have my face primed. I will leave all that down below, but let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. On this side, I'm gonna use a sponge, and this side I'm gonna try a brush and see. I have a little bit of redness from where when I touch my skin, like I just turn red and I was putting on my primers. I'll list everything down below. But I'm using the L'Oreal sponge because it's my favorite. I'm going to use that just on this side. You can see you get a lot of coverage right off the bat. So there's one side of my face done. Very, very thin, but good coverage on that. So I'm going to use my Artiste brush on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I like the coverage and the finish of the sponge side better, so I'm going to quit the brush. I'm going to finish with the sponge. So there we have one layer all over. It's definitely luminous. For some reason I thought this was supposed to be a little bit more matte. I'm going to have to check on that and get back with you guys. I'm sure I'll talk about it in the beginning of the video, but one layer, you get really great coverage. Don't feel like I would put another layer just because you know when it just feels like one of those foundations you put too many layers on, it's going to be too heavy. I feel like it would be that way. Right now we're good. And I'm going to finish off my makeup and then I will zoom you guys in. Alright, I just finished my makeup and I have to tell you, I'm really not impressed right now. I don't know, it just went from like looking good to meh really quickly, and I have like everything on that I typically would wear, and I'm gonna zoom you guys in and let you see, but when I was putting on my Soleil Tan de Chanel, like it was picking up the makeup, I had to abort mission all that. My forehead, I don't know, it looks dry even though it's really not dry. My skin's in really good condition right now. I don't know, I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Obviously it does not look bad. This is basically what my double wear would look like at the end of the day though. I don't know if that really tells you what I'm talking about, but I just feel like it just kind of looks, it looks like I've been wearing it for 6 to 7 hours already and it's fresh, if that makes sense. So I just went to look at it on the computer to see what it looks like on camera, and of course, it looks perfect on camera. That's usually what happens, but I don't think the camera's really going to pick up the subtlety or what I'm really talking about. The easiest way for me to explain how I feel about this foundation is I think it looks good. It looks average, not good, it looks average. I feel like somebody that sees me on a daily basis would recognize that I had a different foundation on. They would, if I asked them, you know, hey, how do you feel about my foundation? They'd probably like, you know, maybe I like what you typically wear more. That is how I feel about this. It's just very average, and I'm starting to feel it on my skin, and it hasn't even been on for an hour. Now I want to be able to check in with you guys and see how this wears. However, it's supposed to storm, like big storms, and I don't know how long it's going to take in between or if it's going to stop, blah, blah, blah. When it storms, this window right here, the rain hits it, you can't hear anything. I've tried to film during a storm before, no bueno. I don't even like to film whenever it's like heavy raining. So if it holds out and I can do a little check-in, I'm going to check in with you guys, or if this breaks down in 3 hours, well then I will be back. But if for some reason I can't come back and show you guys, what I plan on doing is either leaving it down below, or maybe, I hate doing it on my iPhone, but I'll have some form of information for you guys. Hey guys, I am back. I wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys. It's only been about 4 hours that I've had this on, but some things have changed. First off, I am getting a little bit of wear around my nose area, and that's completely normal. It's fine. But around 2 hours, I want to say, I started to feel like the makeup started to look better. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you what happened, but it's almost like it just kind of settled into the skin, made itself at home, and it looks so much better in my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera at all, but I wanted to update you guys and just let you know that my thoughts are definitely different than what they initially started, because I was not enthused. It wasn't bad by any means. It just was kind of meh to me. But yeah, other than the little bit of wear around my nose, everything else looks better than it initially did. So I'm gonna still try and check in again, hopefully in another 4 hours. We'll see how the weather's doing. It's already starting to get a little bit darker, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew First impressions, things change, and my mind's changed a little bit. I'm feeling kind of cute now. Okay. All right. I'll be back. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm going to be able to catch this right before the storm comes, so we are good. Perfect timing because I'm ready to take this off my face. This has been a roller coaster foundation for me. First, it was like, meh. Then I was like, okay, I like it. And now I am a greasy, textured mess. Hopefully, you guys can see I'm very oily around my nose. Chin, my pores are starting to look disgusting. My forehead is looking cakey. This is not okay. And it's only been 7 hours. So not terrible, but definitely not good because this started happening about 2 hours after the last. So yeah, at 6 hours, it was kind of like, we're done. 7 hours, we're definitely done. I can't even imagine what 8 hours would look like. If you are oily, stay away from this. But I predicted this to begin with. Remember, I talked about the silicone. Sometimes this just happens when a product has too much silicone. I don't even know how much is in here. I just know that it is in there. I'm going to take a MAC blot sheet and blot away some of this. Do you guys see this? I got really gross, and I mean, I could salvage it, I guess, but this has gotten to the point that I don't like my pores at all. Like, even after blotting, it just doesn't look good at all. So my verdict for this is going to be, if you maybe have a normal skin, it might work for you. I would say give it, I mean, it's $6.90. It's worth a shot. It's definitely good for the price, I'm gonna say that, but I have to have something last longer than 6 or 7 hours. And I wasn't even outside doing anything. If I was at work right now, it wouldn't have lasted at all because I walk around all day long. I get hot, and I didn't get hot or anything. This is just what happened with me editing. Literally, I edited. That's what I did today. And I obviously filmed my favorites, but this top lip though, it looks disgusting. So for me, this is a pass, only because of longevity wise, not because I didn't love it to begin with. That I got past after it settled into my skin, but had it lasted longer, yeah, it would have been great, but it wasn't looking cute. So anyway, I'm gonna stop here and leave you with that. Anywho, that is it for this review and demo. Please let me know if you grabbed this foundation, what you think about it, if you plan on grabbing it, all of the above, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.